Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my Sunday weekly makeup basket, but as you can tell, it is not Sunday. I am just having a really hard time getting these videos up and posted on Sundays, so I don't know how I'm going to change it, but let's just get started and I'll figure it out. But I do think, well, let's go through the products that I used last week and then I'll talk to you about what I'm going to be doing this next week. To start off with the face products, I used the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Foundation Stick this week for my foundation, and I don't really like this. I think that if I was maybe younger, it probably would work a little bit better. I just think that it's just hard to, or maybe if my face wasn't as dry, it's just hard to get a good cover, to get it to spread evenly on your face. It's just not working very well in that aspect. So I don't think I'm going to declutter it right now, but I think I might wait till I'm a little more greasier, which would be in the spring, summertime. So I'm going to hold on to it. It's kind of like that, what was that last foundation that I said the same, the L'Oreal Fresh Wear, I believe. I had mentioned the same thing, that it didn't go on my skin as nice as I remembered. So I think I'm going to hold on to that till spring, summer. I think this is one that I might need to do that as well. So not a great product as right now, but not terrible. The next product is the Josie Maran Argan Moonstone Drops. I did use this in my Get Ready With Me and I did not like it. I had put it on over my foundation, which I think it is meant to go under, but I was talking about that in that video, that I was going to declutter it because I just did not like it and do anything. But I have used it about 3 times under my foundation and I do really like it. I think it gives a nice glow to the skin. It did help this look a little bit more glowy and not so dull. Not enough for me to enjoy it, but I think I'm gonna really like using this with other foundations. And I might leave it in my basket again for this next week to try with my new foundation because it was so good. So in that video I had mentioned I did not like it, was gonna get rid of it, and now I'm thinking I do kind of like it as long as I use it under everything. So kind of after my moisturizer, after my sunscreen, and then I put a little drops on my upper cheeks. I did put some on my forehead and my chin, and then just kind of patted it in to those specific areas, but also kind of all over. And I liked the effect that it gave. It gave a very nice glow, but nothing greasy or not really even dewy. It was more just a glow. It looked really nice. So as of now, I am liking it. All right, what else did I use? The primer that I used was the Unicorn Glow Primer, Hydrating Primer. I had gotten this in my Ipsy Ultimate, and I use this probably 4 times. I like it so far. I'm going to keep using it to see how if my opinion changes, but as of now it is really, really good. So I do like this. All right, the concealer I used was the Flower Light Illusion Concealer. I've talked about it a million times on here. I like it. I'm not going to really go into it because I have talked about it so many times. The last few face products was the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer in Fair Delight. I've already talked about that as well, knowing that I do like that. I think it's great. I also used for the 2nd week in a row the Makeup Geek Highlighter in Lit. I received this as well in my Ipsy Ultimate box and really like this. I used it probably twice this week, so not as much as I was hoping, but I did really, really like it so far. So that I think is a good product. The cheek products that I used this week were the ColourPop sticks, one in Aviary, one in Cool It. I believe I used Cool It in my Get Ready With Me, and I did not really care for the color. I kind of started out putting it on with my brush and then ended up having to kind of draw it on because I wasn't getting much color payoff. And even drawing it on, it's a very subtle blush. So if you like, you know, a very subtle blush, you will like this. I did use the Aviary probably half the week and this the other half. I like this one way, way more than this one. They're still not my favorite. I just think I prefer a more liquidy blush. surprisingly like the Revlon one, and I really want to pick up the NARS Orgasm liquid blush. I really want that, because I think I might like just that, the consistency a little bit better than this stick form. So as of now, not my favorite product. The Aviary color really is really pretty. This one, I probably would pass this on eventually. For now, I'm gonna hold on to them, but they're an okay product. I used the Tarteist eyeliner. It has the kohl liner on one end, the felt tip on the other. I used the kohl end every day this week. I wore makeup, and in my waterline. I really like this. I'm going to continue to keep this in my bag. I think this is great. I want to say I got this in the Ulta 21-day beauty sale, and very glad that I did. The lipsticks that I used was a Velvet Teddy. I am going to put this finally away after this week, but this is one of my all-time favorite colors. It can just fix anything. Which you can see in my Get Ready With Me, I put on a color that wasn't too good with the eye look that I had done, and I ended up putting this over, and it totally fixed the color into something that was a little bit more wearable. So I really like this. I'm going to put it back. I'm just kind of ready for something new, but highly recommend that color. The other lips product I used was this Girl Lactic. We got in the box by Fashionista. I'm not going to get used to saying that. The subscription box. Anyways, and this is what I used in my Get Ready With Me that I did not like either color with the makeup that I already had on. I have used both of these since then separately. I really like this pink color, which is in Allure, a lot better than Posh. I don't think I'll be ever wearing this color. It just didn't look good on my skin, so I'm probably gonna just use up this one and then probably toss it. But as of right now, I do really like this. The consistency is really nice and comfortable. Last, for this last week, I used two makeup palettes, the Bye Bye Birdie palette and the Huda Warm Brown Obsessions palette. I'll start with this one. I used this one a little bit more than that one. I at first was not totally impressed, which I think I kind of say or show in my Get Ready With Me, that you really don't get a lot of versatile looks from this. All the colors kind of look very similar, and I did like 3 looks. They all look using totally different colors. They all looked the exact same. And then, so I was kind of complaining about it. And then I did a look using, I want to say these 2 light ones, maybe even this Gander color. And I'll post a picture here. I loved the way it turned out, and it did look so different than any others. I think if you use these colors up here, your looks are all gonna look generally the same. But the fact that I stuck to just the ones down here, it did turn out really, really nice. So I am eating my words. I think I do like this. I'm glad that I own it. Again, I don't know if I would have, knowing what I know now, reached out and bought it anyways, but knowing that I have it, I am happy. I can definitely use this. I'm just happy I came up with that look, because it really was, in my opinion, was really pretty. All right, and last but not least was the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. I received this, I believe, in my Ipsy, yes, it was my Ipsy Ultimate box in October. It has really nice colors. I was actually very excited. I think this is what I actually chose as my pick for that box. And unfortunately, it's just really not for me. I know without a doubt I cannot use this palette on its own. This color turns very peach on me, almost looking like this color on me. Again, I have that problem with a lot of lighter brown nude colors. They just turn peach. And that's kind of what this one did, because I thought with that color and this light ivory color, I could have got a lot of good easy looks with this, but really I can only get, it's just too dark. I have nothing light enough in this palette for it to really work for me, at least with what my lifestyle is or what I enjoy wearing on myself. I think it is a great liner palette. Like, I could use all these colors to line my eyelashes, which I think is really fun to do. And this gold color, I mean, is just so, so pretty. It is very gold. Very gold. So it's so pretty. Anyways, so although I'm not totally impressed or thinking this is a great, I love the Huda Beauty Obsession palettes. I have bought 3 or 4 of them already, and I like all of them. This is the first one that I've been kind of not too impressed with, and I'm thinking that it might remind me a lot of the new Huda Beauty nude palette in Rich. I was going to pick that up, and then when I really looked at it, I realized that the colors were very, very dark, like this one, that I don't think I would be able to get as much use of it on my skin tone for what I like to wear makeup, or how I like to wear makeup. So unfortunately, this isn't a yay, but it's not terrible, so if that makes sense. Alright, so like I had mentioned, I'm kind of just having a hard time getting these videos filmed, and I find that I'm getting just really bored using the products that I pick, because I receive subscription boxes or I purchase and I want to start using those things, and then I feel torn because I'm stuck, or I feel stuck using what I've picked and told you guys about. So I think what I'm going to do is do a little bit more like Bailey. I'll put her name here. I can't remember her name, but I had mentioned her, I believe, in my last one, that she only picks 5 products and that's it. And I think I'm gonna do something similar. This week I did pick 5, and I don't want to say I'm gonna stick to only 5, but I thought it would be nice to use these 5 and then incorporate any old or newer products that I may receive during the week and not feel just totally stuck in the same thing. So I hope that makes sense. Let me just show you the 5 products that I plan on using. One of them I know I love. I'm just ready to have a foundation that I know and can trust. The others are fairly new, have sort of an opinion, and we'll just go from there. Okay, so the foundation that I chose is the Tarte Found Sealer. This is a foundation that I've been using for quite a few months. I love this. I think this foundation looks so good on the skin. If you've been able to try it, I'd love to know what you guys think, because I know people were not happy with the Shape Tape foundation, which either was I. I do own that. Probably should declutter it. And this is nothing like it. This just looks so pretty on the face. So after working with that Neutrogena one, I just kind of wanted something that I know I like. So I'm gonna use this and we'll let you know how it goes. Plus I haven't really used this since it's been a hotter month. So now that it's into the fall and snow and stuff. So I'm wondering if it will perform the same as it did when it was in the summer, because that's when I absolutely loved it. The primer that I'm going to be using this week, and the reason I chose a primer is I kind of want to go to something that I've used in the past, but I haven't used in a while. And it is the Makeup Forever Soothing Primer. Sorry, I couldn't find where it said that, right at the bottom there. This is just a sample. I do have probably 2 or 3 samples, plus I even bought the full size, but I want to say I haven't used these in at least 6 months, if not longer. So I am really interested in trying it now and seeing what I think, because I obviously know I loved it enough to buy the full size, plus receive a few samples, or at least maybe get Sephora point perk thing with this, or so, I don't know how I got them all, but I did. So I'm excited to try this out and let you know how it works, especially because I also know I haven't used these together ever, so it'll be interesting to see how those work together. The other face product that I'm going to work on or use this week is the by Kosas. It's the 8th Muse Duo. This I got in, did I get it in a Sephora sale? I want to say I didn't. I think it sold out and I wasn't able to get it in the Sephora sale, so I finally bought it afterwards. But I love this. It has a cream highlighter and a cream blush, and it is just so pretty. It is definitely a nice pink, I mean very just baby pink. Let's see if I can swatch it. You know, it's very pink. Pink, and then there's the highlight next to it. I mean, it's just so gorgeous. I can't wait to use this. It's been probably a good 2 or 3 months since I've used it, so I'm excited to pull that out and play around with that. All right, I have 1 lip product and then 1 palette. The lip product that I'm going to work on or use, I shouldn't say work on, I'm going to use this week is by Buxom. I got this in the 21 Days of Beauty sale from Ulta. This is in the color Dolly Danger. It is a pencil type applicator, which isn't typically my favorite, but that's all right. The color is really nice, really easy to wear, just a nice dark mauve type color. And then on the other end, it just has a brush, I'm assuming just to kind of diffuse it maybe. I don't know, I don't really use it. So I've just used this type, this end. Anyways, I'm gonna try that out, see how that is. And then the palette that I plan on using this week, we got in the box by Fashionista. I don't know. I don't know. The box subscription. And it is the Leopardina palette. And I've been wanting to try this so bad. So this also has some highlights in it. And then it has these nice, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 eyeshadows, which I think I'll be able to get nice dark colors using, or dark looks, using some of these deeper shades, as well as some everyday colors, so that I won't have to look like, you know, dark every day. But and then some nice shimmers. I have swatched this in my unboxing video. I was really impressed with those. I have not used this on my eyes or my face, so that will be new, but I cannot wait to try this out. So those are the 5 products that I'm gonna work on this week. Obviously, I'll be using other stuff that either I've been using recently, or that I'm just gonna kind of pull in and out, or if I have bought something or received something in a box, I will be pulling those in. And if they surprise me or wow me, I probably will mention them in my next weekly makeup basket. But for now, those are the 5 products that I'm gonna concentrate on using this next 7 days, and hopefully be able to give you a better opinion on if it has changed or how I like it to begin with. As always, let me know what you've been using or what you are using right now. Let me know if you own any of these products and what you think of them. I know a lot of people got this. I'm curious what everyone thinks of it, because I haven't seen any reviews or people using it. All I've seen is people unboxing it. So it'd be interesting to know what you guys think. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.